What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and today we're taking a look at some crystals. This is my gem show haul from the 2020 Tucson Gem and Mineral show. If you haven't checked out my last video, I encourage you to do that first, where I talk about my experience at this year's gem show and about all the amazing crystals I saw, and you know, just my love for the gem show. I love this gem show so much. If you saw my last crystal haul from the last time I went to Tucson, you'll see here that I have stepped my game up. I came back with a lot more crystals than I did last time, and I just want to show them with you guys. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at them. We're gonna take a look at all these crystals. Maybe not all of them. I don't have time to show all of them off. It would be a very long video if that were the case. It's already a very long video, so we're gonna have to take a selection basically, and I just want to show you the crystals that I came back with and maybe talk about them a little bit, about their metaphysical properties, about their geologic properties perhaps. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We're just gonna talk about them. Right? And I just want to show them with you, share them with you, and all of these crystals, almost all of these crystals, will eventually be available in my shop. That's partly why I went to Tucson, is to stock my shop with beautiful crystals for you guys, and Tucson's the best place to get them because, you know, there's just so many vendors that they're all competing with each other, and so you get really low prices as well as great selection. So that's the reason why most crystal shops or crystal suppliers or crystal dealers will go to Tucson, is for that very reason. So that's why I went to Tucson this year. I came back with a lot of stuff. Okay, more stuff than I could really have foreseen. I filled up a 6-foot table. It was pretty good. So let's get into it. The first crystals we're going to look at are these Madagascar Scepter Amethyst. Oh my goodness. These crystals, I went into a hotel room, which is some shows in Tucson are set up in hotel rooms, and this guy had all sorts of great crystals, but these really caught my eyes, one in particular, and I really wanted to just buy the one, just for myself, just because I loved it so much. It was like love at first sight, but he would not come down on the price. He wanted to charge full price all the way for that one crystal, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take all the crystals. What price discount can you give me? And then he was willing to wheel and deal. Okay, so basically, long story short, I bought like 20 crystals just so I could get one crystal at a fraction of the price. I don't know if that was good math or whatever, but now you guys get to benefit because these Scepter Amethysts are fantastic. They're beautiful. You can see, right? I love them so much, and they have great color. They have great clarity. Not clarity necessarily, but they're all scepters. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I really wanted. But look at the color on this. It was just great. Scepters are crystals that have grown on top of other crystals. So it started off as quartz, and then amethyst started growing on top of it. In this case, smoky amethyst. So it's a really beautiful crystal, and I don't know if I'm going to sell this one or if I'm going to keep it. I'm on the fence. We'll see. If someone out there really wants it, then definitely I'll put it in my shop. But I don't know. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? Look at it. I love the color and the purples. But yeah, the Scepter Amethyst, very cool, very cool. I was very happy to get that parcel there. Now we're going to move on to the Celestials from Brazil. I love celestial crystals. What they are is multiple crystals growing out of one, basically. Right? Instead of one crystal, it's a bunch of crystals growing together. And what this is it really raises the vibration of the crystal, right? Think of people, think of humans. One person working by himself or herself can accomplish a lot. But when you get a group of people working towards a common goal, then you can create miracles. You can make magic happen as a group, and that's what these Celestials are all about. They're a bunch of individuals working together towards a common goal, and energetically they are great for light workers, for any spiritual people, because they have such a high vibration for just regular quartz that it forces your vibration to attune to it and train to it and be in harmony with this crystal's high vibration. So, you know, if you're looking to have a meditation companion, celestial crystals are fantastic. You'll never outgrow them spiritually. You'll never outgrow their energy because they're able to keep growing and keep raising their own vibration along with you, and you're going to be able to entrain with that at all times. So for spiritual people, I absolutely demand that everyone has at least one celestial. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be expensive, but you should have one, and I think that's very important for us as light workers, as spiritual beings, is to have an celestial crystal. They mostly come from Brazil, but you might find them from other places. Here we go with some crackle quartz, also known as fire and ice quartz. These are from Brazil as well, and what these are is regular clear quartz that has been heat treated by man in an oven to the point where the internal structure kind of cracks and creates all these fissures, which causes massive amounts of rainbows. Now, for some reason, the camera just can't pick it up. It can't really pick up the rainbows that are inside of these. You have to see it with the human eye. It's a little bit better outside, but even still, like you can't really understand how many rainbows are in these crystals unless you look at them with your own eyes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we have two eyes, so we see from two different perspectives. I do find that when you look at it, these crystals with two different light sources beaming down on it, then you can really see the rainbows. But you know, outside we have just the sun, so you know, there's only kind of one light source, even though it is a rather large one. But these are great crystals for raising your vibration. They cause happiness, right? Whenever you're around these crystals, or any crystal that has a lot of rainbows, I feel that it really boosts your mood and it makes you feel a lot happier just to be around that kind of energy. It's a really bubbly, effervescent, really joyful type of energy that really impacts the person who's near it, right? I got all different sizes, so they're going to range in prices, and I got a pretty good deal, so they'll be relatively cheap for what the market is usually asking for these. So I'm very excited to bring you crackle quartz, aka fire and ice quartz. Here we have some pink damberites from Mexico. I love these. I saw these shimmering in the sunlight and I had to buy them. These are pink damberites, though it's harder to tell indoors with artificial lighting. They do shine more pinkish outside in the sun, and I should have probably taken these out in the sun to show you, but you can still see how beautiful they are. And damberite is a very high vibration stone. I use a damberite in my sleep and from dreaming. I keep one under my pillow every night. I actually should probably cleanse mine. I've left it there for a while. But they really improve your dreams and improve your sleep. They're also great for protection. They're great for raising your vibration. They're just very high vibe stones that are relatively inexpensive compared to maybe other stones with similar vibrations. So I'm happy to stock these in my shop, and they'll be pretty affordable actually, since I got a deal on them. So I'm looking forward to spreading the damberite love around. Here we go with some black tourmaline. I made sure to get some bigger chunks. These are from China. Black tourmaline comes from all over the world, really. Some specimens have more shininess than others from different localities, but these are from China, and they're great because I was able to pick out double terminated ones. Yes, I love the double terminated ones, which means that energy flows more evenly and fluidly through each point. So these are great for protection, right? Black tourmaline is great for grounding and protection, and you know, they're very important to have. You can make a grid of protection, and then they just soak up negative energy, really. And the crystals these size are going to soak up a lot of negative energy. And you know, and plus with the crystals these size, they're very heavy. You know, even if they don't work energetically, you can use them as a weapon. Okay, you can knock someone out with one of these. They're pretty heavy, they're pretty hefty, and they're pretty cool. This is the one and only lodolite I came back with. I love lodolite. I don't know why I didn't make more of a concerted effort to bring some back, but this is one of those crystals where it was sitting on the table, and I picked it up, I looked at it, I put it down. 2 minutes later, I walk back, I pick it up, I look at it, I put it down. 3 minutes later, I picked it up like 7 times, just not really considering buying it. But I just kept picking it up. So I think the lesson here is, if you are in a crystal shop or crystal store, or you're shopping online and you keep coming back to the same crystal, buy that crystal. And that's the sign from the crystal that you're meant to work together. Okay, and so this lodolite was screaming at me for me to purchase it, and I finally did after the 7th time picking it up, and I have no regrets. It's huge, it's hefty, it's gonna be hard to ship if someone purchases it, but it is fabulous. I love lodolite so much. They have all this internal scenery from all the inclusions, and you can get lost in lodolite, and the energy of it is so warm and loving. It's like getting a hug from Mother Earth is the way I always think of lodolite, its energy. And this one has just great colors, great inclusions, and it's just a hefty piece, and I'm very excited to have it and very happy to have it. So my one and only lodolite was a score. All right, now we're moving on to the citrines. I'm going to show a lot of citrines here because I just wanted to keep taking videos. I don't know why. But these are citrines from Zambia, and it's from a mine that's owned and operated by women. So this is very pro-feminist when you purchase these crystals, and so I was very happy to find these crystals. I bought a lot. I'm sorry guys, I bought a lot. Wait, I'm not sorry. Citrine, as you probably know, I have several videos out about it, so I might link put one in the card. But citrine is a crystal of energy. It's a crystal of manifestation. It's a crystal of creativity, right? It resonates with the solar plexus chakra, as well as the sacral chakra a little bit, and it's a crystal of just putting your will into the world, and being more active and being more assertive, and just being more creative, sort of like a masculine energy. And it's got just this great color. When you look at these crystals in the sun, they just shine. They're bright. You need sunglasses almost, and you know, their energy matches. They have the energy of just vibrancy, right? So these are great crystals to have with you during the winter. If you get seasonal affective disorder, and you know the winter months or the colder months make you kind of sad. I like this double terminated piece. Look at that. It's got two terminations on one end and one termination on the other. I thought it was pretty cool. I had to pick that one up. But yeah, like I was saying, these are great to have in the winter months because they remind you of that warm, that fire energy, and they keep you going through the cold. Some of these are a little bit lighter, which some people prize, and some of these are a little bit darker and they're more smoky citrine, which other people prize. So I try to get a healthy mixture of both. And there's a funny story with this. I went to Tucson the year before last, and I bought some of these from a lady from Zambia, and she was very happy to have my business. And I went there again this year. I skipped a year, and I came back this year, and she recognized me. I couldn't believe it. You know how many people... She was in a big show too. Do you know how many people must walk past her booth, must buy from her, must chat with her, and she somehow remembered me and gave me a deal because of it? She chopped the price in half because she remembered me. That was really cool. I was super excited about that and appreciative. So I was like, wow, I was blown away. Like, I remembered her, but that's because, you know, I bought from her, and she was the only person I bought citrine from, and she had a distinctive look. So I remembered her, but she remembering me was crazy to me. So that was pretty cool. She must have sold to thousands of people. This one's one of my favorites. This has more of like a little smoky color. But she wasn't the only person I bought from. I bought from another woman who had very great prices. And so I bought from a guy who had huge pieces. I didn't get his biggest pieces, but I got some chunkier pieces, as you'll see in a moment. But that one was probably my favorite. Here's a larger one. So I'm excited to have these in my shop. Oh man, you know, I've had citrines in the past and they sold really well, and I just think everyone should have a citrine. I think it's one of those crystals that doesn't take on negative energy, so you really never have to clean it. Maybe you should clean it, not clean it like with soap, cleanse it, energetically cleanse it. You should cleanse it every once in a while, but it doesn't really need cleansing. Its energy is so powerful and so forceful that it doesn't take on negative energy. It imparts its own energy on the outside world, and I think that's really cool. One of the reasons why I love citrine so much, one of the reasons why I bought so much and brought so much back from Tucson this year, is because citrine is very unique. You know, blue kyanite's one of the only other crystals that's like that doesn't need to be cleansed because it's always cleansing the area around it, and it's similar with citrine. All right, now we're moving on to the fluorites. This is a purple fluorite from Musquis mine in Mexico. This mine is now closed, so material is not being produced anymore, so whatever's on the market's on the market. And I was very happy and lucky to get my hands on these specimens. I love the purple citrines. I've had these in my shop in the past, and they've sold really well, so I wanted to get more. I wish now that I see these in the sunlight that I got more. You know, I was looking at these under a tent in dull lights, and so they look kind of ho-hum, but I knew what they were about. I knew all about the Muskie's material, but now looking at them in the sunlight, look at that. I wish I had gotten more of it, but I did get a healthy amount, so there's no shortage of it. I love the cubic structure of it. Fluorites are great for boosting intelligence, boosting clarity. If you need to come to some answers, purple fluorite's the one to ask, right? If you're going to ask a crystal a question, purple fluorite's going to give you the clarifying answers. It boosts logic. It boosts mental abilities. So if you're studying for a test, or you want to do well on a test, or whatever, where you need logical capabilities, it's great to have fluorite around, especially purple fluorite. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at the color zoning on this one. It's just really cool. This Muskie's material is really amazing. You know, there's different grades of fluorite, of course, and this is not the top type of fluorite. There's fluorites from Elmwood and from England that might be considered more valuable, I guess you would say. But to me, the coloration and the energy of these Muskie's material fluorites is really very unique, and I really like them. So that's why I stock them in my shop. I just love the color purple, right? It's my second favorite color. This one's super dark, and you can only really see glimpses of its true color when the sun hits it perfectly. There for a second you can see how purple it really was. I wish I left it in that position, but you know, I'll have these in my shop. You can take better looks at it. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Fluorite is super cool. Now we're moving on to the green fluorite. These are from Madagascar. And to be honest with you, I've never really worked with green fluorite. I've worked with rainbow fluorite in the past, but never this green stuff. So I'm excited to learn more about it along with you. Maybe you guys in the comment section could let me know more about green fluorite. But from what I know, it's a heart chakra stone, and it's similar to purple fluorite in that it'll boost your abilities and your clarity, but more from a heart-based perspective. So I'm thinking that this green fluorite will help you to understand your emotions a little bit better, maybe deal with your emotions, or understand the lessons that your emotions are trying to tell you, and just give you more clarity when it comes to your emotions or to the heart. So maybe if you're questioning your path in life or your purpose, this might be a good stone to work with to give you clarity into what your heart wants, what you're passionate about. Look at this big piece. Oh man, this is my prize of the fluorites this year. I got this piece from the same guy, but look how just large it is. It's just so big, and it's heavy. Oh my goodness, it must weigh 5 pounds. I don't know, it's hard for me to judge weight, but yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, I just love the cubes, man. The cubes, they're just so cool. I wanted to take a video of it in the natural light here, in the sunlight, as well as in artificial lighting, because I feel like it changes colors a little bit, or at least the appearance of it changes a little bit depending on the light it's in. I don't know if I like it more in the natural lighting or more in the fake lighting, but just wanted to show both ways to look at it, because you know, when you own a piece of fluorite, you're going to look at it in the sun sometimes, and it's going to be probably indoors most of the time. So just wanted to show what it looks like in both settings. Yeah. All right, now we're moving on to the Morian quartz from China, from Shandong. I've had these in my shop in the past, and they have been very popular. So I saw these and I had to swoop on them. Basically what it is, it's super dark smoky quartz, and it's that dark because it underwent heavy radiation under the earth. They're safe now, they've already been radiated, right? But that's what causes the super dark color, which is called Morian quartz, or Morian smoky quartz. But these are special because they have epidote inclusions on them. That's the green stuff, the green sprinkles that you see on there. That's epidote. And what epidote does is it's an amplifier of whatever energy is around it. Right? So if you're in a good mood and you're feeling very abundant and happy, this crystal epidote is going to help magnify that, and it's going to bring more of that to you, more things to be happy about. But if you're in a poor mood and you're feeling not so great, it's going to amplify that. So it's very important that you're aware of how you're feeling when working with epidote, and that you're not sending the wrong message, because it's going to amplify that. This is a huge it's huge. It's a huge point that I just had to pick up. I'm sorry, I had to. Right? And I'll be putting it in my shop for sure. But if you really want any of these things, I have no plan, right? So if you see any crystals in this video that you're really interested in and you want me to list up first, put a comment in the comment section. I'll try to get to that thing sooner rather than later. It's going to take me weeks, maybe months, to list all of these crystals. So if you have something that you want to see first, let me know. This is Red Fire Amethyst. I believe this is a relatively new find from the Ceará state in Brazil, and it's just amethyst with a heavy dosage of hematite inclusions, coating on top of it. And I haven't worked with these yet. I'm very excited to, though. From what I would imagine, the hematite really brings a grounded nature to the uplifting high vibration of amethyst. So this might be an all-around crystal. I'm getting the feeling that it helps to align the chakras and bring the higher chakras in alignment with the lower chakras. That's just a guess, though. I haven't worked with it yet. I will be working with it before I list it, so I have a better idea of what it is. I like to work with these crystals before I try to explain what they do, because I don't like taking people's word for it. So I will be working with that before I list it. But if you wanted me to list it right away, I will, and I'll let you work with it first. Here's some more purple fluorite. This stuff is from Morocco. I was really prideful on this one, because I was just passing by and the guy noticed me looking at these, and he started saying prices, and I was like, no, half that price. And then he would go down a little bit, and I'm like, no, I just stuck to my guns, right? I tried to walk out like 3 or 4 times. I stuck to my guns, and I got it for less than half of what he was asking for it, just because I refused to budge. And I already knew that his starting price was way too high. just crazy. He thought I was a sucker or something. Maybe I am. But I was like, nope, I'm paying this price or I'm walking out. And eventually he just said, give me the money. So I was happy with this one, because I'm not the greatest negotiator. Oh, baby. Here we go. We got some double terminated Tibetan anhydros. Oh, my goodness. If you guys have been following my channel, or if you know me, you know how much I love Tibetan quartz. One of the highest vibe crystals, quartz crystals you're going to find. Great for meditation, great for connecting with the higher self. And just the fact that these have water bubbles in them is just fantastic. I haven't really looked through them, so I don't know how to make the water move necessarily. Right? You have to know which way to tilt it and when to get the water to move. So I haven't really studied these a lot yet, so I'll be doing that, and I'll get the water to move, definitely. But they're just huge. They're very large, and the water trapped inside is over 100 million years old, and it hasn't been touched by the elements. This is pure water from 100 million years ago. So imagine the frequency without the pollution, without the I don't know, what's the acid or the mercury, whatever we put into our water system these days, right? It's just pure water from 100 million years ago, and it really raises the vibration of the crystal significantly. I really like this little guy. He's got a couple of diamonds. It reminds me of a Herkimer diamond almost, except with water in it. Oh, I think some Herkimers have anhydros, so it's not rare. But this one I did. That's a carbon bubble. So basically that's a little bubble of carbon in water, and you can make the little carbon bubble move around. Oh man, it's so cool. Very happy with these. I'm happy with all these purchases. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the quartz, and I got a bunch of quartz from Brazil. These are from Diamantina. Some of them are Lemurian, some of them are not, but they all have fantastic clarity. The story behind these is that there's one show, I believe it was, is it Pueblo or Rapa? No, it's neither of those. Sorry, but there's one show where there's just an alley of Brazilians, just Brazilian, just tent after tent of Brazilians. And so I was just walking down this alley, looking at all their quartz, and I went to all of them and asked them all their prices. But this guy had the clearest. He had the best quality, and his prices weren't so good. Okay, well, I mean, they were good because the quality matched the price, so the price matched the quality. But I was just picking them out, and he was like, yeah, that's going to be pretty expensive. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't buy all of these, can I? He convinced me. I bought all of them. Not all of them. He had a bunch, but I bought a whole table full just to get the discount. And I thought it was a great deal in the end, so I didn't feel swindled. I feel very happy about the purchase. The clarity is phenomenal. The vibration is high. Some of them are Lemurian. Some of them are fairly large. And they're all just beautiful. When you look at them in the sunlight, you almost have to squint. Like, they hurt your eyes to look at in the sun. And when they're all sitting on the table outside, I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't not buy these, right? I had to. I absolutely had to. I had no choice. What could I do? So I'm going to pass the savings on to you. I got plenty of this clear quartz from Diamantina, and the prices will be pretty low since I bought in bulk. Or I bought in super bulk. And I could have bought more. He was like, I got more. And I was like, I got more money. I might be back tomorrow. I never did come back because the box that I had to carry him out with was like 20 pounds. And I had to walk throughout the show some more. So, I could have bought more, but I think unless I had a wagon, it wasn't going to happen. But you can just see the clarity of these crystals. They're phenomenal. The points are all in great shape. They're large. They have striations on some of them. They're just high vibe. Look at the size of this one, and they're relatively cheap. There was a win-win for everyone involved, and I got a lot. So there's going to be a lot of variety. There's going to be a lot of price points, but it's going to take me some time to list all of these guys. So you have to be patient with me. And again, like I said, if you see anything that you want now, I can get that listed for you on my Etsy shop as soon as possible. Just let me know if you see anything that you really want. As of recording this, none of these are listed. Before this hits YouTube, I'm probably going to list some crystals. So if you don't see the crystal that you want listed, send me a comment or a message or whatever you do. Look at this Lemurian. Oh my goodness. This was in the parcel, I believe. So look at that. That's one of my favorites from that parcel. Look at that. Was this in that parcel as well? I'm getting them confused a little bit. I bought Lemurians from many different people. So it's hard to tell which crystal came from which parcel. But yeah, these are all Lemurians, and I got an okay deal on them, right? They're a pretty good deal. So, the Brazilians are really willing to negotiate. I like that about the Brazilian people. When it comes to crystals, they're willing to negotiate because they know that there's a lot of competition out there. That's why like I said, there's a Brazilian alley just full of Brazilians all selling similar materials. So they're really willing to make a deal if you're willing to stand your ground a little bit, right? This is a Lemurian as well. Very clear. Look at the clarity on this one. Oh man. And whatever you see on video doesn't really compare to your real eyes, right? The video doesn't quite capture what your eyes can capture for some reason. So these are super clear. At least this one is. This is probably one of the clearer ones of the Lemurians I got. This is one of the larger ones, I would say. I mean, you can just see the striations on there. You can. Oh man, I'm just in awe of these beautiful. I can't believe this comes out of the earth. I just can't. Can you believe it? These are fantastic. Oh man, I'm in heaven just watching these crystals. Yeah. Lemurians come from Brazil, and they have these striations on them, and many believe that they came from the land of Mu, of Lemuria, and they're encoded with information from that ancient civilization. And I find it to be true. When I access them through meditation, I get things that images sometimes, or just information that I wouldn't normally get from any other crystal. So that's a testament to the power of these Lemurians and the history behind them. And I really love them a lot. So that's why I got so many. You got to have Lemurians in your life. And so I got a bunch here. Look at the clarity on that. This is one of my favorites. It's not the hugest, but is that a word? It's not the biggest, but it's got great clarity near the tip. And another Lemurian. I'm sorry. I gotta show you as many as I can, right? This video is already super long. we're going past 30 minutes here, but that's fine. It's crystals. Everyone wants to see crystals, right? And yeah, this will be in my shop soon. Hopefully. It's got a little sidecar there, a little dolphin growth habit. I like it. It's got a nice tip and pretty good clarity. Very nice. I love it. And this is the last one that I got from Brazilians. Yes, this is my last Brazilian Lemurian that I'm going to show here. This was one of the more clear ones. This is one of the more top quality ones. And, you know, I just can't wait for you guys to get your hands on these. Honestly, if you could feel the happiness and joy that I feel from holding these crystals, I think you would appreciate them as much as I do. All right. And so here's celestite. And these come from Madagascar, I believe. And these are very high vibration crystals. People say that they help you to attune with the angelic realms, with the higher spiritual realms. And I would agree. I think if you want to go really high in a meditation, one of these is fantastic. As you can see here, they're a little bit nicer in the natural sunlight. They don't look as good indoors, but when you take them out into the sun, their blue really shines. And it's just like ice, right? It looks like ice. And they're just their vibration matches the way they look. They're angelic, they're heavenly, they're high vibe. I recommend using a grounding crystal in conjunction with celestite, or you might just fall asleep. So if you're going to meditate with these, you got to have a grounded crystal or be grounded in some way. Put your cords into Mother Earth and make sure that she's holding on to you, because you'll go flying off with this crystal nearby, especially in meditation. But they look beautiful. Just look at them. I love it. I did come back with some spheres, though not as many as I have in the past. I only got a couple of types. Here we have Indigo Gabbro, aka Mystic Merlinite. And this is a crystal of bridging your two halves, your light and your dark side. It's a crystal of finding balance. It's a shamanistic crystal. It's great for journeying to the underworld. And if you're out of balance between your light and dark side, it's a great crystal to use. This is blue apatite from where did this come from now? This might be from Madagascar, actually. Yeah, it is from Madagascar. And I love the blue color. Oh, my goodness. This is a psychic stone, right? And it helps enhance your psychic abilities and just works with the higher chakras. So it's a great crystal for that. Here we have scolasite from India. These are very high quality. I was very happy to get these. I love scolasite so much. It's a great crystal for breath work. Like if you're having trouble breathing or anything with the lungs, it's great. If you use it in meditation, you know, the breath is how we start a meditation. And if you have one of these nearby during your meditation, your breath was going to instantly take you to a meditative state. So scolasite is great for meditation. Also great for sleeping. This is amazonite. This is a heart-based crystal. And this is also from Madagascar. And I love the sheen on the amazonites. I really do. You can see it periodically here and there. Chatoyance is what it's also called, and it's a heart chakra stone that's great for emotions, right? I got a few things for wire wrapping. Got these little royal amethyst points. I'm gonna try to wire wrap. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, just because the ends of them are a little tricky, but we'll see how it goes. And if you're into jewelry, keep an eye out for these, and I'll try to post that up soon. But these are lithium quartz from Brazil, and they have a high lithium content. The energy of these crystals is so powerful. You hold one of these, or you keep one near you, especially near your heart, which is where I'm going to be placing them for wire wrapping, and you just feel happy. The lithium content makes you just feel happy. No matter what your mood, it becomes instantly uplifted when you work with one of these. So I'm going to be wire wrapping these and keeping them near to the heart. And I think that it's going to benefit people. They might not be the most attractive crystal to look at, but energetically speaking, I don't think there's a crystal you'd rather want next to your heart all day. This is just going to keep you in a great mood throughout the day. And here is my prize. This is probably what I'm most happy about. I brought some stellar beam calcites back from Tucson last time, but I sold them all and I regret it big time. These are dried up. I don't believe they're pulling them out anymore. They come from the Elmwood mine in Tennessee, and they're probably the highest vibration of all the crystals we've seen in this video. They're great for meditation, and what they'll do is they take you up to the highest chakra, your soul star chakra, higher than that, the 14th chakra really, and they take you there almost instantly. And when you're in that space, you can easily contact your guides, easily contact your higher self, easily contact different entities, aliens, whatever you want to contact. These will facilitate that. These are high vibration stones. They're very expensive. I'm probably going to keep one. Which one I'm going to get? I'll show you which one I'm going to keep. No, not this one. The next one I show. But the rest will be for sale. But oh man, these are top quality. Some of them are double terminated. They have sphalerite on them, and man, I know some of you can feel their energy through your screen right now, but holding one of these is unreal. Meditating with one of these is out of this world, quite literally. You will leave Earth for some time and not come back until you wake up. Right? This is probably the one I'm going to keep. This is my favorite one, and I did pay a lot of money for it, but I was fine not getting a deal on this because, like I said, they're very rare, they're very powerful, they're not being produced anymore, and I just had to get my hands on this. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Okay, but I did get a very large one. If anyone wants this one, look at this puppy. High quality, very large. You can judge the quality of these by their double terminations, by the color. The deeper orange they are, the more valuable. Also, the more gemmy they are, the more sought after they are. So this one's huge, and it's got great color, and it's got a little bit of gem. It's got some sphalerite, I think, on there. So it's just one of the prizes of my trip, I would say. And then there's this one. This one's not going to be for sale, I don't think. This is an ametrine from Bolivia. And while it looks okay, you're just looking at it, it just looks like an amethyst, right? But what it is it's a natural mixture of amethyst and citrine. It only comes from one mine in the world in Bolivia, and you can really see it in the sunlight there. And this is the prize probably of the trip. Is probably the most expensive one of the trip, and I just want to hold on to that. So that is my crystal haul. I did get some Tibetan singing bowls, and I'm going to leave you with the little concert. Rather than tell you about them, I'll let you hear about them. So I want to thank you for watching and enjoy this Tibetan bowl little concert.